I like it. It looks fresh. But how are we not going to put a crab, or how are we not going to put the best looking flag out there, the Maryland flag, incorporated in the City Connects? They're City Connects. Put the Maryland flag in there. Put a crab in there. Put my logo on there. What's going on here? We got Aaron Judge destroying stadiums. He should be arrested, first of all. If everyone at BTL chat, Tail and Squad Ride, will break you guys out of prison later. This guy's cheated multiple times in the past, gotten caught for it. He's actually a human trash can. This dude is the scum on the bottom of your shoe. That guy goes park to park, stadium to stadium, a grown-ass man with a baseball glove, like he's playing in the game, taking home runs from kids, not giving little man the respect he deserves. What a loser.
They're watching me flourish, I'm watching them run. Damn. Brand new bag for bro, but I didn't pay for it. I don't like spending that cash because I'm trying to...
What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Wednesday, episode 271 piece. Hold the fry, as always, joined by your guys, Krabs and Javon. After that Detroit Tiger cake last night, my goodness.
It was a good bet.
Maybe one of the worst bets of all time. It's up there.
Some are definitely saying.
People are talking. It is what it is. We got a Degen Bang coming in with a raid. W's 50 piece. Hold the fry. We got Alan Pedley coming in with a sub bang already. We just fucking started, and we got sub bangs coming in. And our guy SBR, who may need to hang up the cleats, I don't know. Either way, coming in with a sub bang today. I appreciate that, SBR. Feel free to walk off into the sunset after that sub bang. We appreciate that, my man. And Screwball did deal. I'll give him that. I wanted to take the over in the game, so I was even more wrong than the squad ride there. I thought both guys would get lit up. Turns out it's extra inning 0-0. I fucking bet. And we'll show the score. 1-0 from the Athletics last night, just as everybody expected. Huh? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Chat, shout out Joey Chestnut last night. Or yesterday. I know he didn't hit the over. Thank God, honestly, for the bet slips. But he's still an American legend. Okay, still put down 62 hot dogs. Still rallied the troops and was able to somehow pull this off, make it happen. Look, all I saw for the 2 hours in between when it was supposed to start and then when it did start were videos of this guy running around, fucking looking angry like Max Scherzer with that eye of the tiger, Javon. But maybe he used too much energy trying to rally the troops and make this event happen and didn't have enough gas left in the tank to put down a 75-piece, Javon. He didn't even get 70. He didn't even hit the taco or the hot dog or whatever discount it was. So a little disappointing there, but still, if you think about it, and honestly you shouldn't because it's gross, pretty fucking impressive to put down 62-piece. Hold the fry.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. How many do you think you could put down in 10 minutes? 15? 10?
I can't even go like that. I'll be real with you. I mean, yeah, give me 10.
10 piece in 10 minutes? Yeah, that seems about right. These guys are fucking freaks. Where do the hot dogs go? Where do they go? I don't understand. I don't want to know. Okay? These guys are freaks. They're athletes, just a different type. All right? And we need more events like this to bet on. Shout out Prize Picks for having that up. Absolute free under for Chestnuts. We move. All right, boys. L recap. We'll show the squad rides. L from yesterday. I already talked about it. It is what it is. Maybe the worst bet ever. We move. We've got a head-to-heads. Javon, 2 of our pitchers making their starts tonight. Thank goodness. Lopez going tonight for me, and then you've got Steele with a prime matchup, looking like you might have picked the best arm of the week. I hope I jinx it. Going up against the worst left-handed hitting team in baseball, right? The Brewers. Don't they strike out the most, I believe, against left-handed pitching in baseball? They're up there.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, I want K's for a fantasy score, obviously, but for Justin Steele, most importantly, they have the highest ground ball rate, which is huge for a big ground ball pitcher like him. So I'm hoping that he dominates today. That'd be awesome.
100%. I hope Big Matt McClain is still one of the biggest all-star snubs, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Hope he keeps staying hot after yesterday. Luis Robert, absolute beast. He hit a nuke last night, and then you need Josh Naylor to step it up here. But you have a pretty good feeling he might be doing some things today, huh?
Yeah, as long as he plays.
Okay.
Didn't play yesterday because he got a little injured on Monday.
Shut the fuck up.
No way.
Sorry, Javon.
No way.
Dead Larry Bird, you got to be fucking with me, bro. Straight up. This has to be a joke. He's a Yankee fan. He knows I hate him. Please tell me he's fucking with me. Please tell me you're fucking with me. Somebody else check Twitter. Please. I can't. That's just going to ruin my whole day.
You can't have that happen.
Look, man, I'll take a couple prospects for him. I will. But let's make sure we go ahead and get, some good pieces because Lane Thomas is legit. He's an MLB player. He's a starting outfielder in this league. He's proven that this season. All right?
Yes.
In post talking. I don't know what that means, but I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. All right, we move. Padres last night. I wish we took it as a squad ride. I should have used my veto card, Javon. I felt that one in the plums. The Padres are freer than Chestnut under 72.5 hot dogs. They were so free. Although they tried to blow in the ninth with Hader coming in there late, but they got it done. Maybe the Padres are starting to pick up some steam here. I don't know. But I feel like an under-talked about topic, Javon, this week, probably because of the holiday, was this Juan Soto Shohei combo going on with the media, asking Juan about Shohei, what he thinks about him, and we'll go ahead and play this for you guys. Listen up. Interesting response.
See Shohei tomorrow, 31 homers, 3 ERA, third straight year he made it as a DH and a pitcher. I mean, what do you think about what this guy's doing?
Yeah, it's impressive, but he's going to have trouble to face this lineup tomorrow, definitely. I mean, I'm coming here to play baseball. We all know he's an impressive player, but whenever he's stepping on the mound, I won't be scared to shuffle his eyes.
Does any part of you want to defend your home run?
I love it. First of all, I just fucking love Juan Soto, and I am biased. But the kid's got stones, and we've known that. I mean, he's been shuffling since his MLB debut. He doesn't give a fuck. He thinks he knows he's better than everybody else. And although the play hasn't been there fully this season, Soto can talk some shit. First at bat, all right, against Shohei. This is a much awaited at bat here, and he absolutely rings him up eventually here, I think, on this pitch. Wasn't even close. Take a seat. That pitch was fucking nasty. That one might have been a little personal for Shohei Javon. And I know he didn't have his best outing, but he was dialed against Soto, that's for sure. 0 for 3. This is his third at bat, Javon, where he whiffs on a high fastball and might have even gotten hurt. Might have tweaked his leg there a little bit, Javon. Shohei throwing some anger in that pitch. Kind of funny. The karma coming around after he talks some shit in the locker room. And then he gets hurt. I think he's fine on that swing, whatever. Either way, 2 strikeouts. Look, Soto did not contribute, but he was right. And I kind of like talking shit like that. Look, everything else they've been doing hasn't been working. Saying we don't know what's going on and we don't know how to fix this isn't working. So you might as well try to be cocky and bring back the Soto from 2019 vibes. I don't know. Maybe it'll work. It worked last night. Padres pull out a win against Shohei. Maybe he was a little hurt. He had a blister on his finger, Javon. He gave up 2 home runs late, and then they ended up pulling him out there. So maybe it was his blister on his finger. I don't know. Either way, Soto, and he might not have delivered himself, but the Padres did on that shit talking, Javon. What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, like he was, I guess, a little right that he was going to have trouble facing the lineup, but I mean, it's hard for me to give him any credit for that when he didn't contribute in the slightest. And I don't think the Padres are getting hot either. I know somebody said that. It's just playing well right now, taking advantage of some bad teams right now or hurt teams. In the case of the Angels, people forget too. And yeah, his wrist.
Damn.
People forget. Padres, sure, they're playing well in the last, 2 days. But let's not forget this weekend they got shoved on by Brandon Williamson. And Graham Ashcraft, too. Graham Ashcraft kind of might be back, but that Brandon Williamson outing was, even though they won the game against the bullpen, that was atrocious. So
yeah, if you're getting shut out by Zion, that's an issue.
They didn't get shut out, but they got shoved. It was like damn near a quality start, which I don't think Brandon Williamson sniffed in his entire career. And yeah, the Angels kind of stink. So like it's
we know that though.
Yeah, I'm not giving them the Padres very much credit quite yet. So we'll see.
No.
But the funniest part of everything, I guess not this, kind of sucks that he's not going to pitch in the All-Star game because of the injury. And I forget who they announced. They didn't announce anybody because he's still in the All-Star game, but who's going to pitch in his replacement. But funniest thing of it all was the FanDuel boost for the game. Shohei.
Yeah, what was it? Minus 250 to plus 100 for Shohei to record a hit, I believe.
Yeah. And Josh, I tossed it in the Slack if you want to pull it up, but that was hilarious. I mean, that was Trent tweeted something that was like, this Justin Herbert vibes. It was like the same thing as the Justin Herbert to record a touchdown pass. It was literally the MLB version of just that. Like people laugh at like the odds boost conspiracies or whatever, but then you're sitting at, and that was like probably a $50 max bet. You're sitting at $50 less because of shit like this. You can't draw it up any better. Yeah.
You know how we feel about those boosts. Don't love them. Looks like we got Liberator going for the Cards today. Okay. W's. We'll get to that game in a moment, chat. Got plenty to talk about today. We're going to go over the All-Star Game subs here in a moment. And then we're going to kind of dive right into Javon's cheat sheets and the MLB slates, do some prize picks as well, chat. No day games today during BTL. We do have one starting up during Surge Stream. We have Trent back today, W's back from Cali. So Surge Stream will be running right after BTL. Make sure you guys stick around and say what's up to our guy Trent, who is back. All right, he's in the lab, hasn't touched it in days. He's got to dust off the fucking monitor, dust off the notebook. Curious to see what he's crafting up today. Okay?
Yeah.
So stick around for that, chat. But we do have games to talk about, and we do have the All-Star Game to talk about as well. Let's go into David Bednar. Javon, we talked about him last week getting snubbed, I believe, or maybe even on Monday. He's got a sub-2 ERA. He's closed, I think, now 16 of 17 attempts. He's closed out. Absolutely nails. He ended up replacing Kershaw in the All-Star Game, who's not going to be pitching because of an injury. And also, David Bednar nails last night, closing out 1 2/3 of scoreless ball to get the Pirates a nice win there on the road in LA. But he left Clayton Kershaw a nice little note here, showing his token of appreciation. Pittsburgh's finest beers for our guy Kershaw. I love this. I think it's a W. Look, an all-star game for David Bednar means 100 times more than it means for Clayton Kershaw at this point in his career. You know, he was happy. He found a way to kind of funnily thank Kershaw for sitting out. And it's good to see David Bednar getting the respect he deserves. He deserves to be in the all-star game. One of the best pitchers in baseball.
He does.
Right?
Certainly does. And
Kenny
Subbanks.
Ooh. Let's go, Kenny.
Goats.
5-piece.
W's.
W's, my man. Aberg was getting slurped this weekend. I know he didn't come through, but he was getting gassed up, my man. I sent you a tweet about it. People were talking about Aberg. Maybe you were a tournament too early. I don't know. We'll see. But that kid is on the right track. That's for sure. W's. We got LMNG coming in with the sub-bang as well. Javon, 14 months. Bang. Let's fucking go. And Zach Attack coming in. I need some early cake. W's. Well, Zach, you came to the right place, brother. We got you. We got you covered. Okay. Aberg is plus 2,800. Ooh, is he now?
Yeah,
we had a good tournament. Okay. Kenny, let me know in chat if you're double dipping on our guy today and going back to him. And yeah, I don't know what beer this is, but it's probably some Pittsburgh local beer. W's.
Yeah, it is.
Getting creative with it. Love this from David Bednar. But wanted to segue, Javon, into the other All-Star reserves. Got your guy Wander Franco and 5 guys total replacing Kershaw, Shane McClanahan, your guy, Jordan, Judge, who we're going to talk about in a little bit. Turns out that injury might be worse than people think. Trout and Shohei pitching. They're going to have to find somebody to replace him on the mound. I'm thinking I'm going right back to Ludwig one more time at 28-1. Another shitty tourney this weekend. Take a look at Peter Kuist, 120-1 as well. I swear to God, Kenny, if I check the scoreboard this weekend and I see Peter Kuist up there in the top 10, I'm going to lose my shit. Okay? Unbelievable. Javon, we got George Kirby, the hometown boy, getting a spot in the All-Star game. Probably deserves it. He's been nails this season, and he's a homeboy, right? Kyle Tucker is getting to go to the All-Star game. Probably deserves it as well. That dude's a fucking beast, doing his job this whole season pretty much. Julio Rodriguez, fan favorite, hometown boy as well. He's been heating up recently. He gets to go. And then your guy, Wander Franco, as well, Javon. Talk about some of these guys. Are you happy with these replacements? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I understand the Julio Rodriguez one from the games in Seattle. He's the face of their team, one of the most exciting guys in baseball. That was one that I really didn't get, though, outside of the fact that, the game is where it is. He's kind of sucked this year, to be honest, and it's a sophomore slump type thing. I really don't know why he got in there because, I'm all for not putting the entire Rangers All-Stars, Rangers group as an All-Star, but if anything, I would have gone one of their 2 outfielders, whether you're taking Adolis or even Leody Taveras, who I saw a tweet comparing their numbers and they weren't even close. So an embarrassing difference. So I don't think J-Rod's an all-star, but if you're doing it to just put him in a game in Seattle, I get it, but definitely should have been one of those 2 guys.
Yep. We know they're usually a little bit easier on the hometown team. There's usually one extra guy, I feel like, or one borderline guy. They always pull in late from that hometown squad. This time we get 2. I'm with you. Probably deserving for Garcia or Leody in the Rangers outfield. You're telling me Garcia is not a reserve in this All-Star game? And I know Leody's stats might be better on paper, but Garcia has been the heart of that team and that lineup all season. He's not going?
I think he might be going.
Adolis is in. Adolis is in, they're saying. Okay. He deserves it. He deserves it. All right.
Leody certainly.
Okay. And if it was the NL, you know who it would be.
Yeah.
So I want 100%. You to say
it should be. It should be. I mean, I don't even. They should take somebody out who's healthy.
Shit, trade him to the Yankees now. Get it done, and let him wear a Nats uni for the fans, and go about our day, and let him play for the AL. Would that work?
Yeah.
I just want Lane to go to the All-Star game, man. I wanted to buy a fucking jersey with his name on it, a little send off before we trade him away for scraps. Tough.
Got to do something. Got to do something.
Anybody who still you think besides my guy Lane, who I know I'm biased about, anyone else who should be there? Maybe Tatis.
I mean, I think unbiased, a red should be in there. I think it should be Matt McLean, maybe Spencer Steer. People are saying in chat, but I'd go McLean. It's just hard.
Okay.
Yeah, the AL guys got very fortunate. The fact that we have, Judge and Yordan as a part of everything. So they had a lot more chances. We only have, one NL injury spot at the moment. So it's kind of tough.
Okay.
Yeah, Nikki, every team has a guy going.
Every team, every year. That's one of the things I like most about the All-Star game. And this is by far the best All-Star weekend of any sport, chat. So I know it's a little break. We don't have to be as locked in, but very exciting to see the best guys playing against each other. I know there's some fan vote BS, but they do it right. And the Home Run Derby, I mean, chat, tell me another event in any other sport during All-Star weekend that's better than the Home Run Derby. You can't. I'm so fucking excited.
You can't. I mean, that's like the one. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, that's like the one, like you have, I don't know, you have skill competitions and you talk about the NFL. Nobody really cares about the Pro Bowl weekend. You got the dunk contest, which has kind of been dying for the NBA and all the skills competitions there. Like the Home Run Derby is just far and beyond.
It's good.
Better than any of those sports.
It's good. I'm with you. It's not close. It's not close. All right, chat. Look, we're going to dive into the MLB slate here. We got a ton of games. I think everybody might even be playing today. But first, we're going to go into Javon's cheat sheet. If you guys don't follow us on Pickett, though, what are you doing? Okay, follow us on Pickett. Download Pickett. Use promo code Javon. Start tracking your bets. Grow up, okay? Be an adult sports bettor, all right? Always bet responsibly. Start tracking your units, all right? Start checking Trent's entries, making sure you're not on the same squares. Okay, chat? If you haven't downloaded it yet, I don't know what the hell you're doing. It is by far the best bet tracking app out there on the App Store, and you can get it on Google Play as well, chat. Download Pickett and start tracking your fucking bets. Plain and simple. All right, if you're not doing that yet in 2023, it's not over. It's not too late. All right, boys, use promo code Javon. Start tracking your bets, seeing what the boys are on, okay? Yeah, that's about it, Javon. What else? Why should people be using Pickett? Check splits?
Yeah.
Any other reasons?
I mean, yeah, chat with everybody. See what everybody's on for a little given day. It's a little different of like a community as opposed to like Twitter. I hear Trent always says all the time that it's like he goes on to Twitter, posts some plays, asks what people are on. People are always bitching. And then he goes to Pickett and everybody's like, yeah, love this play. This is what I'm on. Super positive. It's like it's a completely different vibe there. So it's pretty cool. Talk about the cheat sheet too. Nothing crazy today as far as like completely unexpected things. I did have Gene Segura up here against Mets, so you can kind of disregard his numbers. I was really looking to attack him, but now we have Liberatore starting. But yeah, home run targets are pretty much the same anytime these guys are on the mound. Chase Anderson, his numbers are pretty skewed. I saw that. Huge for PP there. Chase Anderson's numbers are pretty skewed from the that 125-1 game. Lance Lynn going to give up a lot of home runs. Dean Kramer, same deal. So you got a lot of targets today for these teams who I expect pretty good days from some of these offenses. So I'll be looking to target some of those guys. Definitely some interesting matchups BVP-wise, excluding Segura, which is irrelevant now. Teoscar is the one that really caught my eye. 12 at-bats, so not the biggest sample size, but that 706 expected slugging is one of the highest that I've seen from any like BVP numbers with any type of more than like 5 at-bats. So I was looking through all of his history there. He's hit the ball hard every single time he stepped to the plate. So he's an interesting matchup that I'll be looking to see. I haven't even looked to see what props or squares he's up for yet, but I'll be taking a look at that. Same deal with Eloy, another guy who's looking like his average exit velocity, hitting the ball really, really hard in this matchup. So I'll be taking a look at him. Down to some of the matchups at the bottom here. Lance Lynn is facing a team that destroys fastballs, fourth best offense in the league against the fastball. So probably not going to be the best day for him. Like I talked about with Justin Steele, outside of the fact that the Brewers just suck against lefties, they also pound the ball into the ground. So they're going to have a pretty good matchup doing everything they want him to do. And Dean Kramer, 6.03 xERA, and he's going to see a team who's been the unluckiest team in baseball. So something's got to give in that matchup, and I have a feeling it's going to be the Yankees bats getting to Dean Kramer a little bit today.
W insight, W cheat sheets, W comment from Nikki Gambles here. Lance Lynn up for 2.5 earned runs, and he's minus 218 to the over on the books via prop.cash. Is that true?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, good. Let me check. I'm pulling it up right now as we speak. Looks like Lance Lynn's earned runs allowed
minus 175. So not that
juiced.
But still, yeah, still pretty juicy.
Why are they hanging Lance Lynn, who has been dog shit? Oh, he's not even up there for earned runs.
Yeah, he's not up there.
Okay. He might have been up earlier, but he's not on there anymore, my man. All right.
Yeah.
Kramer had our runs up earlier, removed because it went to minus 140. A GG. Sure.
Love to see
All
that.
right. Yep. Not surprised there. All right. Chat, we'll go through the entire MLB board here simultaneously with prize picks. We'll go back and forth. Okay. It's been working for us. All right. Colorado, Houston. Javon, we'll start with that game. First game of the day, 2 p.m. Eastern. Chase Anderson pitching once again. Dude's been fucking unbelievable overall, although I think he's coming back down to earth.
Yeah, yes.
I believe.
Yeah.
Has he gotten rocked in his last 2 starts, or has he had a good one in between there? I know he got rocked 2 starts ago, 10 hits, 9 runs. Looks like his last outing against the Dodgers, same thing, Javon. Didn't even get out of the 3rd inning. 6 hits, 6 earned runs. Got absolutely shot. So he's coming back down to earth here. He's facing an Astros offense that's starting to get going. Maybe a hair, maybe a little bit. Total in this game's at 9. JP France, you've had a pretty good read on this whole season. How do you think he pitches, and what do you like in this game?
So I'm staying true to what I think about this little 2-game set here. That the Rockies are going to win one of these games, and I like them today. France, you look at a lot of his numbers, he has been one of the luckier pitchers in the league. And yeah, of course.
Yeah, hopefully nobody had any JPPs.
Yeah, no JPPs.
Don't have any hands blown off.
Yeah, but I do think the Rockies offense is going to be, significantly better than they were against Bielak yesterday against JP France, a guy who is another one who relies on a lot of soft contact on the Rockies, especially lately. I mean, they've been hitting the ball a lot harder when they've been putting the ball in play, even if it hasn't had anything to show for it. So I'm expecting when you have a team, I guess it's kind of like the Yankees-Orioles matchup today, a team who's hitting the ball hard lately but not having much to show for it against a pitcher who has been getting very fortunate with a lot of the results they produce. Those two are going to clash, and I think it's going to be more Rockies than Astros today. So, I mean, again, game-by-game basis, I wouldn't hate a look at the plus 1.5, but I'm staying true to they're going to win one game in the series, and I think it's going to be just taking the straight-up ML.
Okay. Yes, you did take them yesterday, I believe, too.
I did.
Okay. All right. I don't hate it. I also, for some reason, don't hate this under. I feel like it's just a nasty contrarian under here on paper. I mean, look, Houston should destroy Anderson. He stinks. And then JP France has been all over the place recently, too. And like you say, you like the Rockies bats and their matchup a little bit. I like the under in this game. I think it's absolutely disgusting. But for some reason, when these two teams play, and going back to 2021, every time these guys have played since 2021, the games have gone under every single time. There's something about it. We've talked about, the opposite angle with Orioles playing the Yankees or Orioles Red Sox at Camden Yards, or even Toronto, you throw them in there too. When those guys are playing, you get a lot of overs, whether it's sharp or not, it just ends up happening. Okay. I wouldn't be taking this over in this game. For some reason, when these two teams play, the game goes under, and maybe that's a good thing for the Rockies today, because them having to put up more than 5 runs against JP France and this Houston bullpen is kind of sus, and that's asking for a lot, right?
Yeah, I mean a little bit.
For a lot, yeah.
I don't know. I just think I think Chase Anderson can pitch well. The one thing that he has been struggling at lately, which he did really well for a majority of the first part of his starts when he got called up this season, is a lot of soft contact. He's been getting drilled lately. So, I mean, by an Astros team has been kind of picking it up themselves. It worries me, but it's kind of the this may not make sense part of this equation, where I think he can be really good today and have one of those vintage starts like he did kind of at the beginning of his tenure with the Rockies this season. So I'm not mad at the under. Say that.
Okay.
Astros lineup is a little weird today too. They're definitely trying out some different things.
I'd say the best lean we have in this game is your lean with Rockies ML. Like you said yesterday, you bet them both days. They're going to steal one of these games, catch the Astros sleeping. Don't overthink it. Take a stab on the ML. Maybe even go half unit because it's gross. I'm looking at the Prize Picks boards. Only 2 guys up for the Rockies. I think it's Bryant and Profar for fantasy score. And then Houston, weird lineup, I guess, today. But they've got Dubon up for TBs. I think I'm done taking TB squares, though. I'm going to be completely frank with you. They don't hit. I'm done with them. I think I'm just going to stick with hit run RBIs, runs, and pitcher props because the TBs just don't hit, Javon. They don't.
Sometimes.
At least when I take them, they don't hit.
You got to take the right guys. It's you got to really hone in. I don't know. There's definitely some weird ones that you can take. Check Trent's new tweet.
Sure.
What do we have, man?
Sure. Astros impressive, only being 3 games out with a AAA lineup in rotation. Yep, they're still the Astros. They still win. 100%. Any squares you like in this game, Javon? I really don't.
No, I really don't either.
Okay.
There's not many guys up on either side that I love, especially like I would love to take a Rocky, like for hits, runs, and RBI, maybe at the middle or bottom of that lineup. But I don't know. I wouldn't be mad at riding Chris Bryant still. Oh, that's what it is. Would he just comment that it's not hidden? Yeah, I mean,
Said this ain't it.
yeah, I mean, if Naylor plays now, he's getting 6 after that tweet.
Oh, yeah, that's just what you needed.
Yeah,
W's.
it's
Okay.
huge.
We move, chat. We move. Wish there was a better game for the early slates. Almost knocked my coffee off the desk there. Holy smokes. Spider-Man reflexes. We move from that game. It stinks. It reeks. It is what it is. And take that under with caution if you like my angle there. Chase Anderson could give up 10 runs in the first 3 innings there. He is ass right now. Regression monster at his door. Maybe just take a stab on the Rockies on the ML. That line is not moving at all. All right?
You know what? I'm looking at it now too, which she has a 5.5 hit square, which is 4 out of 5 green. After giving up 6 against the Dodgers, 10 against the Angels, 7 against the Braves, so all really good offenses. But the 1.5 walk square, when I've seen pitchers up either on one end where they're really struggling and they're just bad pitchers in general, like Chase Anderson is, and they put up a walk square that's green, or you have a really good pitcher like Zach Gallen's been like this a couple of times, where he's like he doesn't walk many guys except for the blowout starts where he has like 3 or 4. They put him up for that. He really struggles. So like on both ends, now we have Chase Anderson also up for a walk square that he's hitting his last 3 games. So they're really picky about these walk squares and when they put them up. So I think that's a little weird. They put up against as patient of an offense as the Astros are, with as bad as Chase Anderson's been in these last couple of starts. So maybe he pitches pretty well today.
Okay. JP France also up for 2.5 earned runs after a shutout against the Cardinals. That makes me think the Rockies have a goddamn chance today. W script.
Yeah.
Would not mind taking that Anderson under 1.5 walks. That's weird.
That is.
Hopefully he'll have, honestly, a shorter leash today, too, after his last 2 outings. Holy shit.
Got JP France and 2 Nerfy squares, too. Interesting against the Rockies.
Huh. And, the tiny walks was literally air last night. That
was
was one of the greatest bets ever.
That was there.
Yep. Don't overthink those pitcher walk squares or those hitter strikeout squares when they're 1.5 with guys like Trout. Just take them. They hit. Although De Jong didn't hit for us this week, but he's not good.
He's not a goat. He doesn't really count.
Nope. All right. France walks? Is he up there for walks?
No, he's not.
He's not. That's what I thought. Okay. We move Anderson
weird,
walks.
Weird
Anderson
earned
under
run.
walks. That is a weird earned run square. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I'm putting it down in the notes. Just in case. I know you hate those earned run squares, but just in case. All right?
Yeah, just in case. I don't hate that one. I'll tell you that.
All right. All right, chat. Rockies ML, Anderson under 1.5 walks, JP France earned runs. Over. All right. Let's move on to the next game on the slate. I believe it is Philly Tampa. Javon, give me the Rays report. Go.
We can go straight to the Prize Picks board for this one. Just search up
Okay,
Taiwan
sure.
Walker and go surfing. Looking at all his props. These are definitely some of the weirder ones I've seen from any pitcher as of I don't know how long, last couple of weeks maybe. Click on his fantasy score. You can start there. It is green as whatever
Holy
Shred wants to
shit.
talk about. Go to his strikeouts too. You can go back one. I mean, it's everything here that's crazy. Or I guess those are hits.
That is nuts.
Yeah, nuts. There's the 4.5 Ks, I bet. So I mean, that's the greenest thing ever. Like Taijuan Walker's props today remind me a lot of what we've seen from a lot of the pitchers that have been really struggling over this last handful of weeks or whatever. And Taijuan Walker, like, he's coming off of a great performance against the Cubs, where we thought, or at least I thought, he was going to have really a lot of trouble in that matchup. He was lights out. The Rays just struck out 12 times against Aaron Nola yesterday and almost got shut out if it wasn't for a Wander solo shot. So, yeah, you're probably going to get a little bit of a Rays tax on the Trop, but these props with how good he has been is absolutely ridiculous. I think the Rays offense is going to tear him to shreds today. And you know what else too, which, I mean, this is half him, half Erod here, but you remember the Bassett square yesterday, the combo square?
Yeah.
Yeah. I looked at that and I was like, you know what? That after a second opinion, that seems like the easiest combo square on the board. And it was 11. They ended with 9. You know, it looks like the easiest combo square on the board. That one right there with Erod. We have a fully greened out Taijuan Walker, and we have a fully greened out Erod at the same number. And Taijuan Walker's props obviously look a little weirder than Erod because Erod's just coming back from injury, but that looks like the freest prop on the board right there. And the fact that Taijuan Walker is a part of it is absolutely perfect. So I am thinking that the Rays offense is going to destroy him today. Baseball brain too, like a lot of their matchups are great. The Cubs are very patient. That didn't work out for them, but the Rays are also very patient. They just have better and more consistent bats in the lineup, especially from the left side. So I think they're going to have a lot of offense early and often today.
Okay.
And yeah, this is also true. Rays, after they have like a really embarrassing offensive performance, they have been bouncing back early and often lately, which is I'm excited. I'm excited to see their offense in this game.
They got heart. That's for sure. I like the over in this game. So whatever you were just saying was literally music to my ears, and that was one hell of a sell job. Would you rather take that Walker Erod less than 9.5 Ks than just taking Walker less than fantasy score?
No, because the only reason why I'm like not just taking that is because Erod's just coming back from injury, which I mean could work in your favor because I know Skubal only pitched like 50-something pitches yesterday, so I wouldn't be shocked to see Erod on some sort of limit, even if it's not that strict. But there's a lot of variables there, so I mean I'm going to take it. It's not my favorite though. I'd rather just fade Taijuan Walker.
Okay. And then was Littell always projected to start in this game? Because the one thing that's keeping me off from loving the Rays and the thing that's making me like the over better was that Philly opener where they opened up either -110 or pretty much a coin flip before the Rays moved to -130. Was it always Littell?
Well, I mean, the fact that they moved, I don't know what the status was of that, but it was Littell's opening for Yanni Chirinos. So the fact that there's a fat move for that against Yanni Chirinos is enough for me to lean into the Rays there.
Okay. What do you think about that over?
I mean, I like the over. I just think the Rays do it themselves.
Okay. Do you think the Philly offense produces against Chirinos and Littell, who have been asked?
Yeah. I mean, Chirinos is coming off of a pretty surprisingly good start. I believe Littell opened up for him in that one too. So, like, I have no faith in those guys, I'll be honest with you, really ever. But I think the Rays offense is just going to blow the Phillies out of the water in this game. So, like, I would just rather lay the Rays.
Rays MO?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Don't ever think it. They're -130. No need to.
Yeah.
Looking at prize picks, let's check the Phillies first. You like Derek Hall, hit run RBIs?
Derek Hall.
Yeah,
I mean, depending where he's hitting. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, that one's weird. And then let's take a peep at the Rays. I know we're probably going to end up fading Walker, so we won't even take these guys, but wanted to take a peep. Looks like they have Lau up, Wander, Yandy. Anything crazy up there? Probably not. Lau hit run RBIs, but that's up sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, like, taking Brandon Lowe.
He does.
They're taking Brandon Lowe. Second game after he came back, I can't get myself to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to let that guy settle in. But if we're taking a Wander, I'm down.
Okay. I think we'll end up just fading Taijuan.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it.
Dubs. We move. Let's go to Oakland, Detroit, Javon. This game's nasty. It is what it is. Looks like we've got, after a 1-0 game yesterday, the total moving up from 8 to 8.5 with Waldichuk and Erod pitching. Is that a little weird? That total's even higher now with a guy like Erod in this game who's pretty good. What are your thoughts there with that move?
I feel the exact same way than I did yesterday, to be honest with you. And I'm 100% willing to go back to it. I think the Tigers score runs. Like, this is the same situation. Like, it didn't work out, but I'm going to say the same thing. A lefty that gets barreled up is going to get killed by the Tigers. JP Sears is actually like a good arm on the mound for them. Still has the same troubles, but this is Ken Waldichuk we're talking about. He's going to be not out for a full start. I would only assume they've been bringing it out of the bullpen, whether it's behind an opener, whether it's whatever it may be. I just don't see a world where the Tigers bats don't wake up today and score a lot of runs early and often as opposed to yesterday. Which, yeah, SPR is saying they're bigger favorites than they were yesterday. And honestly, I'd rather have Screwball on the mound against the A's in that matchup. A lot more swing and miss, which you could see he took advantage of very early. But Tigers bats are going to show up today. I'll stand on it. I don't care. They got shut out yesterday. Honestly, I like that even more. I will stand on it and say they're putting up runs today. I'll take the team total again.
Yankees pitcher Jimmy Cordero suspended for the rest of the season, violating domestic violence. Nice. Typical. Not surprising. That's the culture they're building up there. Lieutenant Goose, sub-bang, 18 months. Let's fucking go, Goose.
Dubs.
Absolute beast. Boning Dirties, 54. What a name. Unbelievable. 6-month sub-bang. Let's fucking go, my man. Looks like we got a hype train going earlier as well. I love the energy today on a Wednesday after the 4th. I know you guys are hungover as shit, but we're moving and grooving. We're finding winners. All right, boys. No days off. Let's keep moving. All right, Miggy up for hit run RBIs. Jesus Christ.
I bet.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Let's take a peek at the Tigers on Prize Picks. They got Haas, they got Rogers, they got Scope, they got Miggy. They got everybody up there today, Javon. What do you like?
Take your pick. I'll tell you, I mean, against the lefty, they got all the lefty killers up there. Against the lefty, I guess they've taken the most of like that Jake Rogers hit run RBI. Taking the Veerling bases, or at least thought about it. Every time I think about it, he's getting 2 base hits no matter what. So I wouldn't be mad at going back to that. I do find it a little strange that after yesterday he went 0 for 5 maybe, choked in a pretty clutch spot at the end. Torkelson was up for hit run RBI. Now he's only up for a run. So, I mean, I bet. SPR said Torque Ron tonight too. I would have no problem with that. No problem at all.
Do you like that run square?
I mean, I do, 100%.
Okay. What about Miggy hit run RBI?
I mean, yeah, depending on that lineup, 100%.
Okay. Favorite square right now, though, would be Torque probably, before you've seen the lineup?
Yeah, Torque or close second, probably Jake Rogers.
Okay. Jake Rogers treated us well the other night.
He did. He's a goat.
Coin.
He is a goat.
Yep. What about anybody on the Athletics before we move off this shit game? Looks like they only have Diaz and Diaz up. 2 Diaz's. One team. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. I don't really want to attack anybody against Erod. Plus, like, I also said he's like limited to 75, 80 pitches. I don't really want to get involved within an extended bullpen outing. I'm good.
Okay. Dubs. Let's keep moving. Let's keep grooving, chats. No need to get stuck up on that game. St. Louis versus Miami, I believe, is where we're at right now. Yep. Liberatore versus Hoeing. Bad news, again, for the Cardinals. This could be the worst season, this underperforming season in their fucking organization's history. We've got Wainwright going to the IL. Hope he gets better. I know he's had a tough month or so, deactivating his socials, getting destroyed over there in England, and pitching like crap since. So we need Waino back and would love the Cardinals to show some heart. It's good for baseball when the Cardinals are good, and hate to see them playing like absolute dog crap. How have they not fired their coach yet? I don't know. But do we like them against Hoeing today, Javon? We got Liberatore. Looks like the Cardinals initially were maybe a favorite before the pitching got confirmed. Now they're a small dog to Hoeing, who's been kind of good in Miami today. What do you like?
Yeah, I'm a Brian Hoeing fan, and I even backed him Friday against the Braves, and they got killed in that game. He served a lot of Turks, so I look pretty stupid for doing that. But long term, still buying into this guy. Off speed was not very sharp in that start for a majority of like the time he's been up this season. It has been, and you're playing the Braves, so I pretty much discount anything you get from them. I just think the Cardinals are going to continue to get steamrolled in this series, and this one I'm not expecting the same offensive output. And yeah, I did just see that. I was looking through some of the odds. But I don't think you're going to get the same offensive output necessarily that you did from the Marlins against Wainwright yesterday, especially because it's hard to back a team off of that performance. But I do think they scratch a couple here. Like I said, when I do back the Marlins, it's against a lefty at home where they've been at their best, split in both areas. So I know Liberatore is probably not going to be out there for a full start. I can only assume. But I think they get to him a little bit early. And Hoeing, I think, has a really, really good start.
You like Hoeing over 3 strikeouts?
Wouldn't
There's 4 squares up in this game, Javon. There's
4.
Hoeing strikeouts. There's Arias fantasy score. Okay. And then there's the 2 goats on the Cardinals, Nolan and Goldie. That's it.
No fun. No fun at
fun.
all.
What do we think about that Hoeing strikeouts? You think he gets 4 Ks against the fucking shitty Cardinals today?
I mean, I could certainly see it.
One up is looks like he's 3.5 on the books. Unders -165, overs +125, and he's 3 flat on Prize Picks. Smells like a 3 to me.
Does smell like a 3. Yeah.
All right, we move. Ridiculous. They only have 4 squares up for that game, but those teams stink. Oh, the Miami wins. I'll give them credit. I don't like their team, but they keep winning, and they're 13 games over 500. They talk about a team that deserves more respect. They do. They do. They win.
Nope.
I don't know how they do it, but they do.
Nope.
All right. We move Cincy versus the Nats. Let's fucking go. Oh, also, yeah, Miami money line. Is that what you would go with today?
It's what I would. It's not one of my favorite plays on the slate, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not backing a team after they win 10-0 or whatever the score was last night. So I honestly, gun to my head, I'd probably take Cardinals ML, but I'm not betting that game. I'll tell you
probably
guys
not
that
either.
Nope. All right, Javon. We've got Cincy versus the Nats. The Reds on an absolute bender right now. They've only lost 4 games in their last 22. They're back in first place in the NL Central, Javon. I know you're bricked up. 1 game ahead of the Brewers right now, W's. They've got 4 NL Rookie of the Year candidates, Javon. I don't know if you saw this. I didn't send this to you, but 4 of the top 5 guys in odds for NL Rookie of the Year are Reds. And I know none of them are going to win, which kind of sucks, but this goes to show how impressive this young core has been this season. I mean, De La Cruz, 550, McLean getting disrespected at +3,000, cut those odds in half. Spencer Steer's a fucking beast. And Andrew Abbott, who I know our guy Kenny was talking about on Twitter earlier, he just took Andrew Abbott to win, I believe, the Cy Young, which is pretty crazy. He took us a step further. But don't sleep on Andrew Abbott, Javon. Do you have any thoughts on any stabs at this list?
It's kind of tough. I mean, if I were to take a stab for Rookie of the Year, it would obviously have to be Matt McLean. I think he's been pretty clearly the most impressive out of the rookies so far. It's going to be hard to beat. Like, you're going to need a Corbin Carroll injury. Obviously not rooting for that. Him to have an injury or then have a really slow second half, and then you're going to need to beat the narrative of Elly De La Cruz. So, I really don't think anybody's winning it other than Corbin Carroll, to be honest with you. But if you were to take a stab, it would definitely be Matt McLean.
Okay. I like the Andrew Abbott stab. If he ends the season with a sub-2 ERA and doesn't get hurt, doesn't miss a start, he's going to be way shorter at the end of the season. He ain't winning, but it'll be shorter.
Yeah.
And he's unbelievable. I mean, he looks like a seasoned vet already. So that's probably the guy I would take. But we all know Corbin Carroll's got this shit locked up. Let's talk about the game today. We've got Ashcraft and Javon. I want the honest take, man. What are you seeing on Twitter? Is Ashcraft back? Are people taking the Nats ML today? Are they a trendy dog for the 3rd day in a row and they're going to lose again? What's the vibe here? Josiah Gray, recent All-Star, first start since being named an All-Star, first time he's been pitching with confidence, probably in his whole career. That scares me a little bit too. Thoughts on this game?
Yeah. I mean, I won't lie to you. I've thankfully seen a lot of Nationals today, and I understand.
You have.
I understand why. And it's because I mean, we have Josiah Gray on the mound and Graham Ashcraft, who nobody really wants to buy back into Graham Ashcraft, which I've been screaming from the rooftops, even like from the Braves start, because that was his first start back. I expected him to be decent. If you watch the start, he was. The stats won't show it, but last start against the Padres, that's more of the Graham Ashcraft I think we're going to see. The Graham Ashcraft from last year, and then like the first month of this year where he's been really good. So I think he's back. I think he's going to continue to have really, really good starts. So I like him to pitch pretty well today. I don't think Josiah Gray gets destroyed in this game necessarily. I could see him having a really good start. Maybe the Reds hang a couple runs on him in an inning and turns over to the bullpens, and both the bullpens give up quite a few runs. It's kind of how I see this game going. I do like the Reds. I think the game the Nationals actually win is going to be tomorrow with Mackenzie Gore. That's been the game that I've been dreading really all series. So I think he deals tomorrow. But today, I mean, still seeing Graham Ashcraft at -120 with as terrible as he's been on paper against the Nats' newest All-Star is pretty interesting.
Yes, I agree. Ashcraft is at 2.5 earned runs allowed. I would not mind taking that under 2.5 earned runs allowed, or less than. I apologize. Any other thoughts on Prize Pick squares for the Reds? They got a lot of guys up, man.
They got a lot of guys up, which
they got
is
a lot of squares.
Interesting. And I know he went 4 for 4 yesterday, but this is the first time I have seen Elly De La Cruz total bases up since he's been up.
God damn it.
Which is interesting because he's a Corbin Carroll type guy where like anytime I take him, I want to take fantasy score because of what he can do on the bases. But when he's up for these total bases, or when Corbin Carroll's up for those total bases, they've been smacking easily. So for a guy like Elly to have this, which, I mean, outside of yesterday, he's been really struggling. So to see this up is definitely pretty interesting. I'll say that. So I lean that square for sure. And then really just a lot of Reds up.
Yep. I would not be surprised if this game is tied through 5, or maybe even the Nats are winning through 5. Yep. I think Gray does enough. My prediction is Gray gives up 1 home run. Maybe it's a solo, maybe it's a 2-run. And that's probably it from Gray today. I think he probably clocks in his usual 1 earned run or 2 earned runs. A lot of pitches, a lot of balls. Probably only goes 5 innings. I'll tell you what, the back end of that Nats bullpen recently with Weems, Finnegan, and Harvey have been nails. And I do trust them again tonight against this Reds offense that is not, cracked out of their mind right now on the roads in this series. They are putting up some runs of winning, but nothing crazy, not like that series in Atlanta. But I would not mind one bit, maybe taking first 5 under, maybe taking the Reds ML in the game. I do lean the under in the game, but maybe the Nats bullpen has been too good to be true recently, and the Reds bullpen is probably the worst in baseball over the last week or two, Javon. So maybe first 5 under, Reds ML full game.
Yeah, I mean, if you want the under, definitely go first 5. I cannot get myself taken under with these two bullpens. Because I like I said, I do honestly see some runs coming in the back end of this game, and it's sneaking over if you don't get enough early. But people forget too, like Josiah Gray, he's been great this season, but he also still sucks at home.
Yep.
He's still got above a 5 ERA at home, which may be a little inflated from like his last 2 starts. But a lot of the starts like last month that he's been really good, they're on the road, and he's back at home today, which I guess if you playing Great American Ballpark, that would be a disadvantage to him anyway because of the hitting environment. But I think the Reds are going to get to him a little bit today.
I'm looking at Josiah's, fantasy score and everything like that. It's looking a little low. I think it's going to be a tough day for Josiah today. I really do. Looks like they got Cabernet up for hit run RBIs. That's the first time I've seen that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
After a day off, too, much needed. He needs to get his head right. Wouldn't mind taking that, although I don't like a lot of Nats runs. What are your thoughts on that square?
I mean, I don't mind that score. It's just if you want to take anybody against Ashcraft in the bullpen, you want a guy who's not going to strike out much. So I guess that would be your guy.
Does Gray walk a lot? How much time you have, my man? Yeah, Gray's one of those guys who pitches better with base runners. He struggles with the bases empty. For some reason, the more base runners on and the closer they are to scoring, the better he pitches, and the more he finesses and wiggles his way out of jams. It's honestly impressive, and that has gotten better over the years. I'm saying years like he's been here for 5 years. He's been here for 2 years. It's gotten better, but the guy loves throwing balls. He likes walking people. I don't think he's up for any walks or anything on Prize Picks. I doubt it, but if that was up for 2.5, I'd sure as hell be taking it. Yeah, he walks people, 100%. Also, Javon would not mind taking Abrams less than hit run RBIs after his great game yesterday. Abrams has still really been struggling overall, and I just think the Nats offense struggles as a whole. Would not mind fading him after his big game.
No problem with that. No problem with that at all. We also have Jammer up today, which is a little weird because they haven't had he's been through his little hot streak minus 160 for a hit run RBI. So he hasn't been up in a while other than a game here and there. So now I guess he's back in regular pick-em-ish range for that hit run RBI, and he's up today. It's as good as he's been. That could be a little trappy.
Yeah, I like that under if that's what you're hinting at.
Definitely hinting at it a little bit.
Okay.
I don't want to fade him. I'm just saying that that makes me feel a little better about the script of this game.
Yeah.
And the Layton Thomas run is up again, which is pretty red, but
and no stolen bases do not count as total bases. They have to be hits. Okay. Lane's up for a run.
It's up for a run. It's pretty red though, so it usually hasn't meant much good for him, but it is red, so I guess that kind of cancels itself out.
Okay. I'm down to take Ashcraft under earned runs, LA TBs, although I just said I don't want to take TBs anymore. Today would be an exception. Minus 115 for him, and Ashcraft has reverse splits for the most part.
Yeah, it does.
So he actually pitches better against lefties, is what Phil's saying.
Yes.
Okay. We got to take that Abrams under hit run RBIs. I know that Yammer one's weird, but that, I mean, if he's better against lefties, Abrams isn't putting the ball in play today. I'm sorry, but I mean, he really, really struggles against left-handed pitching. And if this guy's better, got reverse splits. I know Ashcraft's not a lefty himself, but
he was talking about the Candyman's minus 115 each way.
I know he was talking about Candyman. I pivoted over to Abrams, but yeah, definitely weird. Weirder on the book for Candelario, but Abrams is more of a Stones play for me. The Stones plays tend to work better for me with Nats props. So I like that Abrams under, boys. I do. And Abrams 200 exit velo, world record, longest home run ever hit. Sure, I bet.
Hilarious.
All right, we move. Got a lot of squares in that game. Yamer under, Abrams under, Kabert potentially more than hit run RBIs, Ellie more than TBs, Ashcraft less than earned runs allowed. A lot going on in that game. Probably Reds ML is the play, and probably first 5 under. I still don't hate the game under, but I'll tell you what, seeing all these squares up, seeing Ballpark Pal gas up this game, saying it's very hitter friendly, I'll probably stay off of it. Maybe first 5 is the best look there, but the Reds probably find a way to win this game. All right.
I think so.
Garcia. No, we're not taking Garcia anymore. Garcia's in timeout. We're done with him. We're not taking him anymore. No thanks. Got a fake Gray before the All-Star game. Yeah, I don't blame you, my man. Good luck. Don't hate it one bit. First time Josiah's ever pitching with some confidence. This guy's been getting roasted since he got traded from the Dodgers to us. He looked shocked when he got picked in the locker room. The video, he looked like he was looking behind him. He's like, "Mate, I got that. Anybody behind me? Lane." Could be very good or could be very bad.
Yeah.
Maybe he throws a shutout. Maybe he gives up 6 home runs at home like he loves to do. All right, we move. I also wanted to check the home run odds in that game really quick and see how short they were and if anybody looked weird to kind of put the nail in the coffin on that under. Can we look at the Nats Reds?
I'll tell you right now. You know who's leading the game in home run odds?
Don't say Keibert Ruiz.
No, not Keibert Ruiz. It's Matt McClain.
Huh.
I mean, he's been hitting for extra base hit power, for a while now, but he's not a guy who I ever see leading the odds or anywhere near it, really. He barely ever crosses the plus 400 mark, which I guess he's 450 here. I'm looking on FD, but he's up there. Kind of a similar move to Joey Votto the other night. He came shooting down, and now he's at plus 360 on FanDuel, which has kind of been more indicative for a lot of the moves. So that's
Yep,
interesting.
go ahead and add McLean run to my cards on the prospects board, and maybe even sprinkle home run plus 450. Okay.
Yeah. You know who also looks really high?
Who?
The GOAT, Will Benson.
Oh, and
Plus
he's up for
600.
TBs as well.
Yeah, he has
Plus
half total
base.
base. He looks
All right.
awfully high.
Jesus Christ. Scratch this under, chat. Fuck it. Don't take it. Take the red zone out. That's the best play in this game. There's too many signs looking at these odds pointing towards runs in this game. I mean, what are we going to take every square in this game and then give out the under? No.
Yeah, dude, that Will Benson odds are crazy.
For TBs or home run?
The home run. I mean, he's typically like, I mean, he's hit a couple, I guess, since then. Like he's had the walk off against the Dodgers. He had the one that tied the game against the Braves, or almost tied it. But he hasn't really been hitting for power. And to see him, he's usually hanging out like near the bottom of the game, and he's plus 550 now is strange.
Huh. Yep. I will say Benson's been kind of raking recently. Maybe not in this series.
Oh no,
but
he's
before
been
he came in.
hitting, just not for power. So
Yep.
yeah.
Well, if the wind's blowing out and Nats Park, there's known to be some runs there, especially against Josiah.
Yeah.
Would be ugly. All right. We move. That's enough Nats talk for one day, chat. You guys are great. Let's go to Baltimore and New York. This is one I was excited to talk about today.
Really?
Rumor has it, and I'm not happy about this injury. I hope he recovers fully. I really do. I mean that. Rumor has it, this Aaron Judge injury, it might be a little worse than people think. Our guy, Jared Carabas, who I'm a huge fan of, shocker, tweeted this out, I think this morning. Yankees all-star, or not all-star, sorry, he's actually sitting out because he's hurt. Yankees player, Aaron Judge, preparing to play in pain, says toe might take years to heal. Look, chat, I'm no doctor. We're not going to spend more than a second on this, but that doesn't sound good to me. If I was a Yankees fan, I'd be shaking in my fucking boots. This is a no-go. If this is something he's going to be dealing with for years, I mean, the guy already has glass bones. This is not good, no bueno, and this is the guy you want to pay $1 bazillion to stay and be your fucking team captain and lead you guys and finally break the streak of you going to, 10 straight or 13 straight playoffs with no World Series. Yeah, cut the toe off and get out there. He's probably fucked. They're aggressively going after outfielders. Yeah, that would make sense why they go out and get a guy like Lane. That would make sense. Javon, what are your thoughts on Aaron Judge, man? Not really surprising, but hope he recovers soon.
Yeah, it's not good for Yankees fans or for that lineup, really. Because honestly, when they first came back and he was obviously in like that ridiculously hot stretch, I was getting scared of the Yankees. I was thinking they were going to make a run because, when he came back in, that offense looked pretty scary, to be honest. And now they're probably going to be without him for an extended period of time. And I can only assume if they end up not being in the playoff race come, I don't know, the beginning of August, you're probably not going to see him for the rest of the season. If I can't see that happening. If they don't have a chance to really contend, they're not going to bring him back. So it's a little scary, I would say, if you're a Yankees fan there. But talking about Yankees outfielders, which I guess is a DH, I want to back one today.
Who?
I want a Stantonian blast again today against Dean Kramer.
Like Stanton? Hit run RBIs?
Yeah, and I really like the Yankees in the game, too. Randy Vasquez has been pretty impressive since he's been up. I think he pitches well against this Orioles lineup, but honestly, it really doesn't have anything to do with him. I think Dean Kramer, like I was talking about, ridiculous, above 6 xERA, which is starting to bite him in the ass. I think against the Yankees lineup, who's been one of the more unlucky lineups in baseball. If you look at all the statistics there, I think they're going to destroy him today. I think one of those things when you have them clashing is going to come to a head, and I think it's going to be the Yankees bats getting all over him. And you talk about the barrels he gives up. You talk about the xERA in a very small stadium, in Yankee Stadium. I think Stanton's going to be the guy to barrel him up and take it out. So I do like that hit run RBI.
Okay. People are saying Stanton crushes Dean. He must have good numbers against him in previous history here.
Does he?
People are talking.
Yeah.
People are talking. I mean, look, Dean Kramer, the regression monster, I don't know if it's come from anybody more this season than Dean Kramer and Cal Quantrill. We're going to talk about in a little bit. Dean Kramer stinks. And this Yankees offense, I know we just talked about Judge being out, but let's not kid ourselves. The Yankees right now are trending up. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. They're starting to hit the ball. You're seeing their role players for the first time all season finally fucking grow up and start contributing. And their pitchers are keeping them in it. And their bullpen has been nails. So right now the Yankees are trending up. They're playing good ball. The Orioles are honestly trending down, although their record is great. They're still ahead of the Yankees right now in the AL East. Orioles are not playing so hot right now. And they're actually calling up one of their prospects, Javon. This is kind of cool. They're calling up Colton Cowser to maybe put a spark plug in that offense in the outfield position. Maybe Aaron Hicks won't be an everyday starter now. I don't know. Maybe they'll be rotating them in and out. But this Colton Cowser kid, I think, is their number 2 prospect. He's getting pulled up, Javon. I don't like backing guys making their debuts typically. Honestly, I like fading them, so I would not mind taking the Yanks and Vasquez here with that line move against Kramer, who's been atrocious. I mean, his last outing, he looked like Patrick Corbin. 3 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 2 nukes. The guy's given up 7 home runs in his last 3 starts combined. Maybe Stanton takes him yaya tonight. It looks like he's got a 500 batting average against him already, Javon.
4 singles, too. Interesting. Yeah, and this is 100% flying under the radar. The Orioles, like all the talk was about like how bad the Yankees offense has been. I'd argue the Orioles have been worse. I mean, the series against the Reds where they faced, there were 2 rain delays in that series. So they faced a lot of like back end bullpen guys from like the worst bullpen in the league right now. They put up runs in 2 of those games. One of them they still lost 11-7 in extras. Like other than that, I mean, they got shut down by the Twins for multiple games. I mean, they haven't been scoring against the Yankees. I mean, they had 4-3, 4-3-2 shutout 1. Those were their last handful of games against the Yankees and Twins. Their offense has been terrible. Adley has been, I guess, a little better these last couple of games, but he's been shit for a month. Cedric Mullins come back in this lineup, hasn't done much. They're obviously missing Mountcastle. They got a lot of turnaround in like the bottom of that lineup. So yeah, it's a lot injury related because they're not healthy, but it's the same deal with the Yankees. And the Orioles aren't hitting. They're pitching their way to any games that they're winning right now. And with Dean Kramer on the mound, I don't think they're going to be able to keep up today. I think he gets destroyed.
Yep, I'm with you. Yankees ML. That's the play in this one. Hate to say it, but got to back the Yanks, especially with this bad Judge news too. Wouldn't mind backing them and fading the Orioles with their number 2 prospect coming up making his debut. We got John Mula coming in with a sub bang. Let's fucking go, my dudes. Fat Girl Zinc coming in with a sub bang. Fuck Chase. I bet, my man. Tyler Bokemeyer coming in with a sub bang. 6 months. Let's fucking go, dudes. Vibes are up on this Wednesday. All right? Vibes are up. All right? We're hitting bets. We're finding winners. We got a ginormous list of Prize Pick squares already. Let's keep moving. Let's keep grooving. All right? Any other Yankees you like, Javon, besides Stanton?
I was looking at DJ because I looked into some of his numbers against Kramer, but he's not up for any props, so I don't really have a choice there. But on the books, if you're looking there, he's a guy who he doesn't whiff at all, like against many people, but especially against Dean Kramer, even against a lot of pitches that are borderline out of the strike zone. He just has a really good read on him. So I was looking at him. Disappointed he wasn't up for prospects props, but we'll keep him moving. I do like Stanton the most.
Do you like Kramer under fantasy score?
I haven't even looked at that number.
27.5.
No, like it, don't love it. I'd rather just take a bat.
Dubs.
To be honest with you.
Got it. And Chad, I would not be taking Aaron Hicks today, although I love the revenge narrative and where your head's at. I don't think he's playing today. I think that's probably going to get taken off, and I think the rookie's probably going to start right tonight, from what I'm seeing.
Probably missed the boat on him too.
Yep. All right. We move. We got to power through these last games, Javon. We're tight on time. We got Atlanta and Cleveland. Rumor has it POD Pete has a play he loves in this game, the over, Javon. Do you like that as well?
Yeah, I'm with the entire world and liking this over. I think both these pitchers get crushed. The way I feel about this game is pretty similar to how I feel or felt about Luke Weaver pitching against the Braves in the first game of that series. I think the Guardians win that game or this game, but I don't think it's going to have anything to do with Cal Quantrill pitching the slightest bit well. I think he's going to get crushed. And he's very obviously a guy who relies on a lot of soft contact, and you're facing the Braves. So talk about a thing that you do not want to do is rely on soft contact because they're going to crush you no matter what. So I don't think he pitches well. Soroka's been getting destroyed since he's been called up. I love the matchup for a lot of the guys, even if there's no Naylor at the top of that lineup. So I think there's going to be plenty of guys on base where he's been noticeably worse in pitching, and I think the Guardians are going to put up a lot of runs. So if Naylor really, really opening plays, because I think that's a home run spot for him, but I love a lot of the guys in that lineup. I think the Guards put up a lot of runs today.
Okay. And yeah, I'm not seeing Naylor up on Prize Picks right now. Huh.
Well, it's because they usually put him up for like hit run RBI. He's like minus 170.
Okay.
So they ain't going to put him up.
All right. That's going to be.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think Phil Utley said in chat that they have all the Braves up today, pretty much. And yeah, I can confirm they have a bazillion squares up for the Braves today. Holy shit.
Yeah. And I mean, they have now for probably 2 weeks just because they've been absolutely ridiculous.
Interesting. They have that Soroka 2.5 earned run square up after he's been getting mashed.
Yeah.
That's an interesting square.
Could be.
It tells me maybe he pitches better than people expect today. Maybe it's Atlanta's offense who's doing a little bit more. Hopefully Naylor comes through that. But yeah, give me the over in this game. I like it. Cunha fantasy score. I mean, the guy is maybe the best hitter ever and keeps hitting. Is it 11 right now? Would you ever take that or not?
11.5.
Oh,
Yeah, he's getting bumped.
wow.
J-Ram, I'm telling you, he ain't looking. If Josh Naylor's in the lineup today, he is cleaning that plat.
Okay. Did you say you like Cleveland ML in this game?
I do. I'm staying.
Okay.
That's another thing I'm staying true to pre-series. People forget.
People do forget.
People do forget. Yeah, Braves were only minus 160, which actually closed a little shorter in the series.
Whoa.
There's a slight little 5-cent move I was looking at right before first pitch. So I thought that was awfully short. And now we're sitting here 1-1 with a game that's going to have, I think, a lot of runs, a lot of variance. Sticking to the Guards here.
Okay. We move Guards ML, the over. Plenty of prize pick squares up there for you guys to pick from. Maybe Naylor goes up there for something later and we take him, but probably not. Can't bank on it. All right. Let's go to Texas and Boston, Javon. John Gray and Bayo, totals at 10. I know they're playing in Boston. High totals there all the time, but you think we get some runs in this game? What do you think?
Yeah, it's hard to read this one because, I mean, at least the Rangers' offense has been incredible. They're going against John Gray, he looked a little more human. He went through a super hot stretch, which we talked about. Like, he got hot like a lot of their pitching staff did against really bad teams. People thought the Rangers' pitching staff was immaculate because they could beat up on the Rockies and Pirates. It's not the case. He still looked good, but not as great as they did then. But you have Brian Bayo on the other side, who has looked fantastic. So it's definitely weird to see this total up to 10 now. It's just hard to kind of value it in Fenway because, I mean, we see that pretty much no matter who's in the mound. But, I mean, Bayo has been damn near the most impressive pitcher, I would say, in the American League over the past couple weeks. He's been incredible. So, I mean, to see this is definitely a little weird. I just don't know if I can pull the trigger.
Well, what if I told you Bayo more than 2.5 earned runs was up on prospects?
I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody's up in Fenway. That's the thing. It's starting to get to like Coors and Great American Ballpark level with a lot of the props.
Okay. I mean, I can't hide it. I really like that more than 2.5 earned run square, even if it's against Texas. But maybe it's a little trappy. It is up in Boston. Do you like any of these Red Sox hitters?
I don't love really any individual stuff in this game, to be honest with you, other than maybe like I know he's been ridiculously hot, but like a Jarren Duran, he's been unreal at the top of that lineup. So he's like super green. He's up for a run today too, which I love. Either him or like a Tristan Casas, because against John Gray, you want a guy who's going to hit the ball really hard. He's going to barrel him up. Hard hit rate super high, or at least higher than it's been throughout his little immaculate run there. Casas been murdering baseballs for like a month now, even if they haven't been falling. So wouldn't mind taking him yet, either too.
What about Jankowski hit run RBIs? I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's up, very few and far in between. Interested to see. Sometimes they like hit him super high in the lineup, but it's a lot when they're like resting somebody. So I'd probably wait for the lineup for that, but I wouldn't mind taking Leody Taveras if we're taking a Ranger. I mean, guy who I probably think should be in the All-Star game, and can only assume he's going to be hitting 9-hole today, where he is the majority of the time that he's up for this prop. So I like his matchup, if anything, more than anybody.
Cubs, give me the over in this game. Small sample size. 14 at bats against Bayo. Batting average is only 0.001 or 0.071. I can't even speak right now. But expected of 335. Holy smokes. Maybe some regression coming today for Bayo. Okay. Give me the over in this game. Give me the over. Bayo's been too good. Gray's been too good this season overall. Although I like him. Give me the over. Javon, what about Kansas City, Minnesota? You like anything in that game? Marsh versus Pablo? I think Pablo deals. Not really a hot take.
Yeah, I mean, I think he deals too, but I'm not taking anything. We can skip it since we're pretty short on time. I'm not laying minus 275.
Okay. We move. Twins win. What about Chicago and Milwaukee, Javon? You got your guy Steele pitching. Congrats to everyone who celebrates. Happy Steele Day today. Brewers have the worst strikeout rate against lefties in baseball. Is he going to dominate?
I think so.
Okay.
Definitely keeping a pretty close eye on this line here because it did pull back like super, super early. Like it's in minus 150 now. So as long as we stay there, hopefully move towards the Cubs, I'll lay the juice with them in Steel Day. I think this is just a nightmare matchup for the Brewers for a lot of the reasons we already talked about. I think he's going to pitch really well. Like the under too, because to be honest with you, I think Hauser is going to do just enough against the Cubs offense that has like really, I guess, a strange matchup against him because he's not a lefty. He's been a little better at attacking the strike zone this year and forcing a lot of soft contacts. Like I don't think they're going to just destroy Hauser personally, but I think Steele is going to pitch really, really well today. And probably pretty long too if they're getting an aggressive Brewers team to hit balls on the ground early. So Cubs, hopefully no pushback.
And the question everyone's been asking all day today: Steel case.
I like Steel case, but I definitely don't love it because, like I said, I'm pretty. A lot of the reason I like the matchup is because the Brewers pound the ball into the ground too. So I don't love backing Steele all that much.
Belly's up.
Ooh, I could certainly get down for that.
Huh. Belly's up for hit run RBIs. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a minute. Interesting. Usually the Cubs have the same assortment of guys up pretty much every day. They got Say out there too, Josh's favorite. Okay. We move Cubs ML, the under.
Yep.
Dubs. Toronto versus the White Sox tonight. Manoah is back, Javon. He's not back tonight, but the word on the street is he's getting called up. W's. Just what we needed to hear. Let's have him come up, get rocked a couple more starts, and then get sent back down. Why not?
Yep.
What about Barrios versus Lance Lynn today, Javon? Short favorite on the road here for Toronto.
Yeah, just give me runs. I like the over. Lance Lynn, like I talked about, this is a Jays lineup who absolutely crushes fastballs, especially like as of lately. They rank even higher in the league. And yeah, I kind of hope Manoah's locked in so he can stay up for a couple of starts. But yeah, Lance Lynn, I think he's going to get destroyed. Not a hot take. Against the Jays lineup, he just murders fastballs. And again, this is partially a BVP thing, but also like I've looked into Barrios, who is starting to regress a little bit if you look at any of his stuff. This White Sox lineup too, shockingly, like they're another team where I look up and down the board, and not only do they all have like decent numbers, but they're hitting the ball very, very hard. And yeah, this is not the same Barrios that we saw from last year, but if you look at like the advanced metrics and some of his stuff, he's starting to come back to that. It's just he's not getting to the same results necessarily quite yet because he's had the beginning of the season where he's really good to kind of tack on. So I think we get runs here. White Sox bullpen, obviously a great thing to have in your back pocket if Lance Lynn even pitches the slightest bit decent today because they're terrible. But I think the Jays offense honestly bounces back in a pretty big way today. But I do think the White Sox are going to score their fair share as well. So I like the over.
Okay. Over Blue Jays ML?
Yeah, I lean Blue Jays, but I don't feel the slightest bit confident in it. I feel more confident in runs.
I'm with you. I like the over. I like Blue Jays ML. Fat splits, big old bets coming in on the Blue Jays ML today. I definitely lean that way, chat. Let's go to LA and the Padres. Not the Dodgers. Angels, Padres, the other LA team. Sandoval versus Lugo tonight, Javon. Looks like Lugo is up to minus 185. I mean, look, he's been pretty damn good since he's come back from the IL. Got to give him credit. And Sandoval's been pretty mid, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's been pretty all over the place and not as good as he's been over the years. What are your thoughts in this game? Padres pull off another win?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to bet anything in this game at all. It's just tough. It's tough to back the Angels right now, especially like this is the day after we saw Shohei go down with an injury, which I don't know what his status is, but Rendon also went down with an injury. Now you have, day 2 without Trout in the lineup too. So it's hard to back them, which in the back of my mind is telling me that this might be the spot to hop back in with Patrick Sandoval, but that's a button I can't get myself to push.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can get myself to push the Sandoval less than 2.5 earned run square. That's up on Prize Picks. Without a doubt, I'll be taking that. No ifs, ands, or buts. That's 100% being bet today. 100%. That's disgusting.
Fair.
Why is that up there? Up there? Come on. Give me that one. That one's nasty. All right. Padres don't respect coin. We're not taking them, but maybe Sandoval locks in.
Yeah.
We'll start against them today. All right.
Could be.
Okay. Let's keep moving. Let's keep grooving here, Javon. Seattle, San Fran. Giants are frauds. 4-game losing streak. 3-7 in their last 10, Javon. They just lost a series against the Mets, and they've already lost a series currently against Seattle. They lost last night, first 2 games of that series. Mariners have won 4 games in a row. Got to tip your cap. Maybe they're starting to come alive before the All-Star break in their home park, Javon. What do you like in this one? You like Tommy Milone getting a start? Is that the old veteran lefty?
Yeah,
Getting the spot start here? Give me a fucking break. He was a national last year. That's disgusting. Going against Alex Cobb, my guy, doppelganger. This is the weirdest game ever. I don't even know what to think. What do you like?
Yeah, I really don't know what to think either. I can't get myself to back Tommy Milone, I'll be honest with you, but I'll be leaning into the Giants' regression pretty much the rest of the season here. People laughed and said, oh, there's no way the Giants are going to regress. They're so good. They're damn near the best National League team at this point. Yeah, their bullpen's not shutting everybody out anymore. Their bats aren't hitting as well with runners in scoring position. So now we are starting to see the team that they really are. So I did back Alex Cobb, actually, first start out last time. I believe that was the Mets game. I don't feel the same way about him. I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the Mariners swept this series.
Yeah.
But Tommy Malone's such a hard button to push. I'm not going to lie. But
okay,
we have a Cobb square. Is that true?
we got a Krabs over 3.5 earned run square out, Javon. How about that? How about that? Yeah, give me the Seattle bats to pull out a win here. Give me the over. Give me Seattle ML. Good.
Pretty much.
We move. Mets, Arizona, Javon. You like anything in this game? I don't.
No, I don't. I'd probably lean the Snakes if anything in this game, but keep me away.
All right. And then Pitt, LA. Good call with LA sweeping. Pitt get a nice win last night. High-scoring game. Exciting game. Holding on to that win late. Yeah. We got Beto pitching today. Shout out James Outman, 2 nukes last night. Happy DeGen and his buddy cashed that. I tried to grab that last week. Happy somebody grabbed that and hit that. Thoughts on this game, Miller or Beto?
Yeah, so we're not getting the sweep, but the thing that I feel the same about is the Dodgers offense having a really good couple of weeks here, I guess week leading up to the All-Star break, but really coming out of it as well. So, again, Luis Ortiz, similar build to Osvaldo Beto. Just Beto honestly has worse stuff. Same splits, pretty much same pitch arsenal, a little different, but I just think the Dodgers offense explodes. I mean, Dodgers team total over for me in this game. Same thing that I've been, riding all of this series, really. I think they score a lot of runs.
Dubs, lean over under in that Mets-Arizona game. I'd say over.
Yeah, I'd lean over there, but again, I don't have much conviction of anything in that game.
Okay. We move. Chat, it's about that time. We got 5 minutes. We're not running late today. We got Surge Stream coming up. Trent is back. All right, 5 minutes. He'll be taking over, running Surge Stream on here, same Twitch page. All right, so stick around. Javon, we got work to do, though, my man.
We do.
BTL squad ride today. What do we want to put in? Got plenty of fucking options, my dudes. Do we want to put in Tampa ML to start it out?
Yeah.
Tampa ML, sure. I already had that written down. I don't want to go back to the Tigers today. Can we skip it and pull it back if we need it?
I mean, we can. I'm telling you, it's hitting though.
I hate when you say that
I'm
because
just,
now we gotta put it in.
I'm just laying it out there. I mean, it's not going to matter because I can guarantee you nobody's voting for it after yesterday. But
If it's green, it's green. What are you taking? Their team total?
yeah, just going right back to the same thing. Which
One
I
and
mean,
a half?
yeah, which it's I mean, it's JP Sears against Ken Waldachuk, so obviously not the same pitcher there, but after getting shut out yesterday, which it was plus money by the time the game started, it's minus 135 today. So
Okay.
I think that tells you all you need to know.
I'm in. All right. We want to go Boston, Texas over.
I really don't want to get involved in that game unless you feel strongly about it.
Okay. All right. What about Reds ML?
Yeah, I'm down for the Reds.
What else?
Over in Chicago or
Cubs
Toronto.
over. Cubs over or White Sox over?
White Sox, Jays.
Okay.
You can give it out if you want it.
No, I'm cool with that. Toronto, Chicago White Sox over 9. One more play, Javon. What are we missing?
Take the Guards team total. I don't want to stick the over in the game because that's like Pete's, big play. So everybody, I'm sure, is going to be riding that. But I mean, I really like the Guards bat specifically.
You like the Guards bats?
Yeah.
All right. I'd say either Yankees ML or Cleveland team total over.
Chat is screaming Yankees.
Do you like the Yankees that much today?
I mean, yeah, I do.
Yeah, let's put the Yankees in. I like them better.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, chat. These fuckers just want me to bet the Yankees. Tampa ML, Detroit team total over 4.5. Cincy ML, Toronto White Sox over 9. And we got the Yankees ML. God damn it. Chat, hurry up. Go, 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 go. The poll is up. Go, go, go. You got 2 minutes. Hurry up. Go vote now. Go. Squad Ride poll is up in the Twitch chat. The Rays got an early lead. Get those votes up. These are rookie numbers, boys. Come on. Click the right button. Don't overthink it, but also don't underthink it.
Yeah.
All right. Think the right amounts. Pick the winner. Click the right button. Hurry up. Go, go, go. All right. I will take Rays as my squad ride. Sounds good, Kobe. I'll be on the Rays today, too. All right. Plenty of winners today. All right. I think we had 3 pretty clear-cut, solid plays we love today with Tampa ML. You fucking love Detroit team total over 4.5. I could tell. And then Yankees ML, I really like too. Reds are probably going to find a way to win this game. I would not be surprised. And then, yeah, there's probably going to be runs in Toronto, Chicago. That's our little square piece entry for that one. All right.
Yeah. And our man was asking how to back Walker or how to fade Walker. Yeah, I would wait to make sure Brandon Lowe is not in the lineup if you're taking under case. I'll tell you that. And
Okay.
yes, I do like Ray's team total over. I'm just leading into the line in the game that Littell on a bullpen outer or Littell as an opener and then bullpen / Yanni Chirinos is minus 130 against Tyler Walker, who's been amazing. And the Rays, they haven't been shy to give the Rays line disrespect, especially against the Mariners. So to see that is definitely a little interesting against the Phillies, who are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. So
Yeah.
Rays might show out early and often today.
I hope so, my man. We got a sub bang from Baumgartner Jackson. W's 13 months. Baker's dozen. Love it, my man. Chat, hurry up. Get those votes in. Go, go, go. It's too late. There's no time. And it's the Rays ML. W's. Kind of hope that won. And it did. Love it. Whenever that happens, though, it never hits. So you've been warned. But squad ride. Rays ML today, chat. We're 103, 67-3, coming off a loss yesterday. I like our chances to bounce back this afternoon. Fading the Phillies, back in the Rays, at home, a tale as old as time on the ML at minus 120. All right, don't overthink it. Minus 130, all right? Don't fear the juice. Embrace it, as our guy DeGen would say. And stick around. We got Trent taking over. He's fucking back, chat. He's
So
back. 2 words. Back. All right. W's Trent. Take us home. All right. Let us know what the models are computing today, and looking forward to seeing you back on the stage. W's. All right, chat. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Raise Squad Ride ML. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll be seeing.
We will.